Dear students, I have come with the last module for accountancy, and it's a purely theoretical module where I'm going to explain provisions and reserves. So what do you mean by provisions and what do you mean by reserves? Distinction between provisions and reserves, all this I will be covering. There will not be any problem, but just one example I'm giving just to show the journal entries for one problem. I'm giving one problem. So provisions, if you take the meaning of provision, provision is an amount set aside to cover a probable future expense or reduction in the value of asset. Say for example debtors, some bad debts will be there. When you're doing the credit sales always some bad debts will be there. But some you are doubtful whether you are able to collect the amount from the debtors or not. So provision you will create for debtors. So that is an example of provision. So this provision is not a savings. Instead, it's a recognition of an upcoming liability in advance. So the debtors may turn to be bad, or sometimes the firm will be able to collect it from the debtors also. So it can be a liability. Thus, the creation of provision ensures proper matching of revenues and expenses and calculation of true profit. So when we learn the accounting concepts and conventions, we learned that how important it is to match revenue and expenses. Then only we will arrive at the correct profit. So creating provision is based on the matching concept of matching revenue and expenses and ascertaining the true profit. Now types of provisions, there are 5 types of provisions. Provision for bad and doubtful debts, provision for discount on debtors, provision for discount from debtors, provision for discount from creditors, provision for taxation and provision for depreciation. So I'll repeat: provision for bad and doubtful debts, provision for discount on debtors, provision for discount from creditors, provision for taxation and provision for depreciation. Now accounting treatment. So what is the accounting treatment if you are creating provision? So created by debiting profit and loss account. This is very important because when we come to reserve, it is by debiting profit and loss appropriation account. So this provision is always created by debiting profit and loss account. In the balance sheet, amount of provision may be shown either as an asset or as a liability. So if it's an asset, as a deduction from the asset on the asset side. From debtors, if you're showing debtors, less provision for doubtful debts, the net value only will appear in the asset side. Whereas if it's showing as if the provision is a liability, then it will appear as a current liability on the liability side. So the example, provision for bad and doubtful debts is shown as a deduction from debtors on the asset side. But if provision for taxes or provision for repairs and renewals are shown as current liabilities on the liability side of the balance sheet. So provision, 2 treatments are there in the balance sheet, either on the asset side or on the liability side. So liability side, it will appear on the current liabilities. Asset side, it will be shown as a deduction from the asset. Now I told you I'm going to give one example, one problem. Value of sundry debtors as on March 31st, 2021 is 1,28,000. Bad debts for the year is 8,000. Provide 10% provision for doubtful debts. So you know that provision we will calculate on actual value of debtors. So debtors value is 1,28,000. Now the bad debts already incurred 8,000 you have to reduce. Then only you will get the actual value of debtors. So 1,28,000 minus 8,000 you are getting 1,20,000. On 1,20,000 you have to calculate the provision. So that 1,20,000 into 10 by 100 is 12,000. Now journal entries if you will write for these 3 transactions. First one is bad debts account debted to sundry debtors account 8,000. Being the bad debts written off. Now this bad debts you have to charge to profit and loss account. So profit and loss account debtor 8,000 to bad debts account 8,000. Now this profit and loss account debted to provision for doubtful debts account 12,000. So this is the treatment for creating provision. So first journal entry for bad debts, then the bad debts to transfer to profit and loss account, then this provision for doubtful debts is transferred to profit and loss account. Now we are talking about reserves. Reserves are part of profits or gain meant for a specific purpose. General reserve, specific reserve, secret reserve, dividend equalization reserve, these are all the different examples. So sometimes reserves are set up to buy fixed asset, paying bonus, pay an unexpected legal settlement, or pay an expected legal settlement, pay for repairs and maintenance, and pay off debt. So this reserve always you have to remember, as I already mentioned, reserves are created by debiting profit and loss appropriation account. So provision is created before arriving at profit, whereas reserve is created after arriving at profit. From the by debiting profit and loss appropriation account, we are creating reserve. So we are going to learn the differences between provision and reserves. Then these points are important. So reserves are shown as under the head reserves and surplus in the liability side of the balance sheet. So we have seen that regarding provision, there are two adjustments. Either it can be an asset or in the liability, whereas reserve, it's shown as under reserves and surplus in the liability side of the balance sheet. Now, need for creating reserves. Why we have to create reserve? So it is for strengthening the financial position. That is the first point. Because if we have sufficient profits, then it's good for the organization. So for strengthening the financial position, we create reserve. Now it's a source of internal financing. In case of any need, any emergency, they can take from their own source. They don't have to go for borrowing. Now to strengthen the reputation of the enterprise, if the company is paying every year same dividend or more than the last year dividend, then it's good reputation for the company. So to strengthen the reputation of the company, so they can make adjustments from this reserves. Now to provide for working capital if needed, anytime if they need, the raw material prices are going up. So this reserve they can utilize for buying the working capital. Then another point is to provide funds in times of emergency. Any emergency, see for example a landslide or a natural calamity or a lockdown, anything, any unexpected emergency, then they can if they are in need of funds, they can use this reserves. Now types of reserves we are dividing into two. One is reserves that divided into revenue reserve and capital reserve. Revenue reserve, you have to remember that it's created from revenue profit. I am going to explain in detail. Capital reserve is created from a capital asset. By selling a fixed asset on profit, you can create a capital reserve. So one is revenue reserve that is created out of revenue profit. Second one is capital reserve created out of capital profit. So revenue reserve is again divided into three. One is general reserve, specific reserve and capital reserve. Now capital reserve I am going to explain, created out of capital profits and not from normal business activities. I told you if you are getting profit by selling a fixed asset, then you can make capital profit. So examples, profit on sale of fixed assets or revaluation of fixed assets. Now it is not available for dividend distribution, whereas revenue profit we can see that it can be used for dividend distribution. Now capital reserve is utilized for writing off capital losses or issue of bonus shares. So this we have to see the rules governed by the Companies Act. Then accordingly only they can do the distribution of capital reserve or revenue reserve. So it's important you have to remember that capital reserve can be utilized for writing off capital losses or issue of bonus shares. Now other examples of capital reserves: premium on issue of shares and debentures, profit on redemption of debentures, and profits prior to incorporation. Now we are talking about revenue reserves. Revenue reserves are created out of revenue profits, that is from the normal operating activities. Now it can be distributed as dividend. So one distinction is capital profit cannot be distributed as dividend, whereas revenue reserves can be distributed as dividend. Now examples of revenue reserves are dividend equalization reserve, workman compensation reserve, investment fluctuation fund, and debenture redemption reserve. Now general reserve I am going to explain. So we have seen that three divisions are there for revenue reserve. So that we are going to explain. General reserve, if the purpose of creating reserve is not specified, it is called a general reserve. It can be for any purpose, any general purpose. So also called contingency reserve or free reserve. I told you in case of any emergency, if they need any fund, they can use this general reserve. It's not meant for any specific purpose. It can be used for any purpose. So that is why it is called as contingency reserve or free reserve. Now generally to strengthen the financial position or to meet the working capital requirements. So that is the idea of creating general reserve. Now general reserve is also used for stabilizing the dividend payments, because if there is wide fluctuation in dividend rates distributed over the years, it will not create confidence in the stock, in the investor's mind or in the stock market also. So it is very important that they have to stabilize the dividend payments or they have to pay more dividend. So that is This general reserve can be utilized for stabilizing the dividend payments or to meet unexpected contingencies. Now, specific reserve. The next category is specific reserve. Specific reserve is created for some specific purpose and can be utilized only for that purpose. So, specific reserve meaning, as the name indicates, it will be mentioned. That examples are dividend equalization reserve. That means to equalize the dividend over the years. If there is any shortage in 1 year, then they can utilize this reserve to make up the difference. Now, debenture redemption reserve for the redemption of debentures. Workmen compensation reserve to distribute compensation for the workers. Now, investment fluctuation reserve. Investment fluctuation reserve is investment, there is wide fluctuation, they can manage with this specific reserve. Now, secret reserve. So, secret reserve will not appear in the balance sheet. So, this is not good for a firm to create a secret reserve. So, this why they are keeping secret reserve is to reduce the profit and the tax liability. It is not allowed as per the Companies Act also to create secret reserve. That is why we are saying that it will not appear in the balance sheet. Now, it is not known to the outside world also. Then created in the year of higher profits and adjusted with the lean years. If one year if they are getting abnormally high profits, then 1 year they are not getting any profit. They will equalize the profits with the help of secret reserve. Now, secret reserves are created by undervaluation of stock, charging higher depreciation, charging capital expenditure to profit and loss account. See, for example, installation expenses of machinery, it's capital expenditure. If you are charging to profit and loss account, it's against the accounting concepts and conventions. That is why charging capital expenditure to profit and loss account. Now, showing contingent liabilities as actual liabilities and creating excessive provision for doubtful debts. So, these are the ways to create secret reserve. Now, capital reserve versus revenue reserve. So, capital reserve, there are points. First one is capital reserve, it's a source of creation. See, I told you capital reserve is created out of non-trading activities. Revaluation of fixed assets, profit made on sale of a fixed asset, all this we can create capital reserve. Whereas revenue reserve is created out of trading activities. Now, the objective of creating capital reserve is to meet unforeseen contingencies, to meet unexpected expenses, whereas revenue reserve is created for meeting accounting compliances. So, that accounting, as per the accounting concepts and conventions, it's compulsory to create certain revenue reserves. Now, usage. Capital reserve cannot be distributed as dividend. I have already told you this, whereas revenue reserve generally can be distributed as dividend except specific reserve. Specific reserve meaning if you are creating dividend equalization reserve, that reserve can be utilized only for equalizing the dividend rate. So, any specific reserve is there, revenue reserve is there, it cannot be distributed as dividend, whereas all other revenue reserves can be distributed as dividend. Now, we are coming to the difference between provision versus reserve. So, provision, the nature is provision is a charge against profit. I told you, provision we are providing before arriving at the profit, whereas reserve we are calculating as an appropriation of profit. Profit and loss appropriation account we will debit, whereas provision meaning we are debiting it to profit and loss account. Now, use for dividend payments. Provision cannot be used for dividend payments. Provision for doubtful debts, we cannot utilize for dividend payment, whereas reserves can be utilized for paying the dividend. And balance sheet position, in the case of assets, if it's deducted from the concerned asset, but for the liabilities on the liability side of the balance sheet. If it's a provision for repairs and renewals, it will appear in the liability side of the balance sheet. If it's provision for debtors, we will show it as deduction from asset side. Similarly, reserve is always shown on the liability side. So, this is another difference. Reserve will always come in the liability side as reserves and surplus. Under that category, it will appear. Now, continuing with the method of creation. So, provision is always created by debiting profit and loss account, whereas reserve is by debiting profit and loss appropriation account. Now, objective provision is created for a known liability, debtors, creditors, repairs and renewals, any known liability, whereas reserve is usually created for strengthening the financial position of the business, to meet any unforeseen expenses. All this they are creating the reserve. Then effect on profit. Provision will reduce the taxable profits, whereas reserves no impact on taxable profits as it's an appropriation of profit. So, This is the module I want to explain, and this is the last module in accounting. So CBSE 11th standard accounts we have completed with this module, and I hope it was a learning experience for you, and it was a helpful exercise to learn accounts with me. And please subscribe and share my channel, and please give your valuable feedbacks. See you again with a new subject. Thank you for all your cooperation. Thanks. Happy learning with Dr. Alice Mani.